I'm working on the fiberglass hardtop for my Gipsy. It's the earlier fiberglass hardtop they used on the G1 and the G2. The G4 they seemed, well, they don't seem, they actually did a lot of reinforcing to the flex points on it. They added metal, and they added probably double the thickness of the fiberglass. This was very, very thin. I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did, really. So what I've done is I've replaced the steel in it. It had all rusted out along where the top bolts down to the box of the Gipsy. This metal was lightly glassed in, and it had rusted and fallen out, really. And the glass where it went up the side had come right off. So what I've done is I've made new sheet metal in there. It's about 18 gauge steel, just bent on a, like angle iron, and then welded on the corners. I also added 2 layers of fiberglass to the surface inside to beef it up, because you can see it had some cracks. There's a crack there. There's a crack there on the corner. Little crack there. So also somewhere through the back it had cracked too. So I'm hoping it's going to be a lot stronger with the 2 extra plies of fiberglass. Also on the top of the top, I added this steel in here. It had rusted out and fallen right off. One was gone, and the other one was just floating in there loose. So I made new pieces for that, and I've glassed them into place, and I've put 2 plies of fiberglass mat over top. I think it's the 1.5 ounce. It's the thicker stuff. And you can see this top had cracked pretty badly right there. It broken right through, and it's got a few other spots on it. So across the back had somebody bolted a piece of metal to it to reinforce it on the outside where they bolted the hinges on for the rear door. So I laid a piece of sheet metal in there, about 16 gauge, and glassed it in with three plies just to beef it up. So when I bolt the hinge on there, it's going to be good and sturdy. So this is a lot less flexible than it was. It was pretty wiggly when it was off. Even now it twists a little bit, but and I scraped all the old paint off. I just used a paint scraper because when I did the top for my G2, this one here, it had about 4 layers of paint on it, and I sanded it all off. But by the time I was done, I had a really wavy surface by the time I got the original paint or gel coat, whatever it was they had on there. So it took me a lot of filling and blocking, and I've got this pretty much ready to paint. Pardon me. So yeah, easier to scrape the paint off. It left the original smooth surface. They didn't use the gel coat. It's just the resin there where it was against the mold, probably with the release agent in it. I have the back door here. It was badly broken. There was wood reinforcement in here and here and here, everywhere the hinge is attached. And what I did is I took the wood out because it was, believe it or not, some of it was actually still really solid, but the stuff down in here had rotted away. So I put actual fiberglass mat in there, and it's actually the thickness of this, which might be overkill, but I can drill into it and put thread inserts in there, and it'll be good and sturdy. This was pretty wiggly too, and now it's good and strong. I got kind of a messy layer there I got to sand off, but this is all still only maybe halfway through the process. But I thought it would be good to just to show people, if you're going to restore your top, what you might be in for, because they all seem to crack there. And I'll do a little video of a G4 top that I have out here in the yard, just to show you the difference. So again, this is G4 and G1 hardtop. Okay, so this is the G4 hardtop. This used to be on a G4 M10 that I had. It sadly rusted away, and all that was left was this hardtop. It's sitting on the G1 M10 right now. I sold this to a fella in the States, and it's sort of in limbo right now. It's actually for sale again, but it's got a really good top on it that, like I say, has the metal reinforcement here. So instead of fiberglass, it's steel here, and inside you can see the metal has rusted away on this, but they used steel on the top and the bottom part of the two halves, you know, so it bolts together, and the metal is glassed right into the top and the sides. So that's actually a fair bit stronger, and the top is quite a bit thicker as well. The top and the sides, it feels like probably 4 or 5 plies of fiberglass there. And you can also see they've added a vertical rib there, one horizontally across under the windows to stiffen that up so it's not bouncing. Something I might even want to add to the one I'm working on is those reinforcements, just to stiffen it up, because these, imagine these sides would really wobble a lot. You can see here as well, steel reinforcement. All the edges are steel. The back door is pretty much the same. It's no different than the G1 and G2 rear door. You can see someone's had to reinforce this. So yeah, this top needs some work, but it's definitely a more robust looking setup. And I would have used it on my current project, but I'd already sold it.